Hey guys and dolls, it's me Cora. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions playtime video using the Too Faced Sugar Pop palette. This palette is super cool. First of all, it has a metal tin, super cute, has macaroons all over the front cover, and where's the box? Where's the box? Macaroons, love it. It's very cute. This palette has 9 eyeshadows in it and they're all really fun colors. What I want to say about this palette is a lot of times when you get like a bright or a very colorful palette, there's not a lot of neutrals in there, or the neutrals don't make sense with the colors that are in there. This is a pretty great little palette. This one actually has a lot of colors that go well with the pop colors that are in this palette. And the pop colors that are in this, and I would say pop colors like, you know, obviously the bright teals, the pinks, this kind of peachy orange, even this like boldish blue purple. These are colors that sometimes when they're in a palette they can be kind of intimidating. I think that the colors in this palette are really harmonious, which makes it pretty user-friendly. Sometimes when you have like a really bold palette, sometimes the colors seem to clash or they don't really go together all that well. This one, they go together really nicely. The other thing I really like about this palette is that there are neutrals in it, like this blackberry blackberry shade, the melted milk ball, and these highlight kind of colors. These are all in the neutral categories, which will really help those bolder colors go on seamlessly. Again, it makes it more user-friendly, whereas like some palettes, they just come with bright colors, or they come with neutrals that don't work well with the bright colors, whereas I think in this palette they work beautifully. My favorite shade in this palette is Sugared Violet. It's a blue purple, it's shiny, it's metallic, it's like, hello, how you doing? The other thing that I used in this video that I'm pretty excited about is the Too Faced Melted Metal lippies. These are really interesting. As you guys know, I love the melted lipsticks. I think they are fan-freaking-tastic. I need to get more colors of these, but I now have the melted metallic jelly and the melted metallic Dream House. Dream House is more of like a hot pink. I didn't use it in this video, and then jelly is this gorgeous color that you see here. It's very warm. This look also looks quite good with a nude, so I'll go ahead and insert a little clip of that with a nude here, which is a different lipstick, which I will be hauling for you guys soon in a drugstore haul. I got stuff flaking. I have so much mascara on right now, and I was just going to mention this because this is a playtime video. This isn't something where I have like a set look, so you're going to see me sort of do things and then undo those things. I think it's kind of interesting to show that process because so many times we're showing you guys a tutorial that's perfect and it looks like we've just got everything figured out, and a lot of times what will happen is, at least for me, I will test a look before I put it on YouTube because I want to kind of get the steps down pat so that when I'm filming, the filming process goes easier. Let me know what you guys think of this playtime type video. It's a little bit different of a structure than my normal tutorial. I want to know what you guys think. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them for me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and check out Vintageortacky.com for a full list of products. And now I am dying to wash this off because I have like 17 layers of mascara on and it feels kind of gross. I'm starting out today by using my Painterly paint pot all over my eyelid, and I'm using a flat brush to apply that because why not? In all seriousness, I find that using a flat brush or a round brush or whatever doesn't make much difference. The main thing is to slap on plenty of product. As I mentioned in my monthly faves video, I've discovered that putting this on a little more heavy-handed than I was doing previously yielded better results. So I'm putting on a generous amount and then just buffing that out with a fluffy brush. So basically apply with a flat, blend with a fluffy. So the first color that I'm going to take from this palette is, I'm going to pick a Blackberry. This is a MAC 217 that I'm picking this up with, and I'm tapping off the extra. And I'm going to rock this in my socket line. It's a really great burgundy, is that, what do we call this burgundy? Purple? Plum? Sure, we'll go with plum. I mean, it's called Blackberry, I guess we could just call it that. Really great eyeshadow color. It blends really well. And I like how it has, you know, it's purple, but it has a nice like warm undertone to it, so it is really great for blending out into like a neutral, and I have like a little squeaks. Okay, so I want that to have a little bit of a smoother transition, so I'm going to pick up Macaroon, which is a warmer color from this palette. I'm just barely going to pick that up on a Sigma E38 brush, and I'm going to run that along the outside of where we had Blackberry. That's pretty. I can dig this. Do something like with more of a cool tone as opposed to this, which is very warm. You could use Bubblegum from the palette instead, which is the pink. That would also work really well with Blackberry. I think Blackberry is like kind of like the most obvious choice, as the deep crease color because it's matte and it's just beautiful. It's going to go with a lot of these different colors in this palette. For highlight, I'm going to be taking Rock Candy from the palette on a MAC 252, and you can see how powdery they were. I don't know if you saw when I tapped off my brush. It kind of got everywhere. And I'm placing this right under my underbrow to sort of hide any of those brows I need to tweeze terribly. And also just to make, you know, texturally, it just looks nice to have eyeshadow seamlessly from brow to lid, I think, when you're doing something dramatic like this anyway. And I'm just blending that down into the other colors. You see how that makes it look so seamless? Lovely. I want to have like a dark base for my eyeshadows on the lid today, so I'm taking Sculpt from Sigma on a F70 brush, and I'm going to place this on the lower portion of the lid. It's a nice kind of shiny black. Not too shiny. It kind of dries like a gunmetal color, really. And then I'm picking up the brush that we had Blackberry on with, and I'm going to blend that out. And I'm taking a MAC 239 in Sugared Violet, which is this absolutely gorgeous color that's sort of in between a navy blue and a purple. And we're putting this right on top of that dark base, which really makes it pop. And once again, we're going to bring back our little blender and do just that. Bring our fluffier brush back in to blend that out a little more, since that doesn't have nearly as much product at this point. That, you know, this one is like covered in stuff. This one has barely anything on it, so it's a little bit better for just blending things out. So now what I want to do is place a light color on the inner corner. Unfortunately, I don't want to use any of the ones in this palette because they're not quite what I'm looking for, although they are really great highlights, particularly for like medium skin tones. But because I'm so fair, sometimes I have to call in reinforcements from my little highlight palette here. This eyeshadow that I'm using is Vapor from MAC, and the brush I'm using is discontinued, unfortunately. This is a 194? Yeah. I'm just placing this color right here, just at the inner tear duct. I'm barely blending that into Sugared Violet. It just adds a little bit of a highlight, and because Vapor has slightly a blue undertone to it, it goes really well with this type of color. Now that I've placed that on, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Strawberry Ice. I basically use Vapor as almost like a base for it to make it really pop. You could also just put something creamy down, like you could use a white pencil or something instead. And then the other thing I want to do is also with Strawberry Ice. I want to pick up a large fluffy brush. Pick up very little of that. You can see I tapped off quite a bit. I'm just going to run this on the outside edge of our eyeshadow. I felt like maybe it was a little warm and I wanted to go ahead and cool that down. Got to cool it down before you lose control. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove all the fallout with my Bioderma on a little cloth. This is a shop towel. They're a little bit thicker than paper towels. Just using this to clean up the outer edge of my shadows. Great little trick if you like that really crisp look. Now that all that fallout is cleaned up, I'm just going to do a line of black. So when it comes to my eyeliner today, I failed. I mean, it didn't turn out terrible or anything, but I just kept messing up and having to go back over it. So I'm sort of fast forwarding this so you guys can see what I did, but I'm not really going to be explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it, because halfway through I had like one of those existential panics where you're like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to wash all this stuff and start all over again. Luckily I was able to save it, and it's still not perfect, but we all have those eyeliner days. I think you guys can forgive me. Moving on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop the blue color. You see it's a little brighter on this side. What I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of MAC's Fix Plus on my 239. I'm just going to back it up a bit and spray so just a little bit of water gets on the brush, not a ton. You don't want it dripping because then you can actually ruin your eyeshadow. So it's just barely damp. and I'm just going to press it on there. I'm not going to like rub or anything because I don't want to really get a lot of that water in there. What I really want to do is just pick up any of the powder that sort of gets kicked up when you use it, because they are kind of a powdery eyeshadow. And then what I'm going to do is just press that on the eyelid. I don't want to interrupt the blending that I have. I just want to make it a little bit bolder on the lid. Reinforce that rounded shape we created too. It's little tiny things like this that really set the look over the top. And then just go back over your black liner to make sure that that's nice and crisp, because you just sort of patted eyeshadow over it. Okay, so I'm taking some blue liner. And I'm just drawing that all out. It goes really well with this. This is the Milani eyeliner that I love. And I'm going to make sure that that has a nice transition between the winged liner up top. That has a nice flow. I don't know what's wrong with this eyeliner. It's normally like really bold. I think I just have this one too long. It's kind of old, so I'm going to grab something else. In Chaos from Urban Decay, because I want a nice blue, royal blue color. It's really going to make the colors that we do on the inner rim pop. Taking a round liner brush, I'm going to pick up some of Sugared Violet. And I'm going to run that right along the top of the blue liner. And then for my inner rims, I'm going to be taking Stila's Smudge Stick in Turquoise. Some people like to set their inner rim color when they're doing a bold color. So I'm going to take a little bit of Blue Raspberry. Just pat that over. You don't have to do this. It's just if you want it as bold as possible and as long lasting. And also if it doesn't irritate your eyes. I know for a lot of people this can be very irritating to the eyes. Saying it's just, you know, you at your own discretion. Alright, so now I'm going to use a mascara. This is from NYX. I don't really love this wand. So I'm going to take a fan brush from MAC and just run it along the mascara to get it deposited on that. And then I'm going to paint that on my lashes. That way it almost looks like the lashes are coming straight out of the inner rim. It looks really cool. I'm going to try the same thing on the top lashes. Doing the same with the top lashes. Applying this primarily to the natural lashes. There's a cool fade up into the black of the falsies. Follow up with more coats to add thickness, color opacity, and a little bit more volume. Okay, so I didn't like the false lashes with this, so that was sort of like a waste of time, which is why when you see this video, you won't see me explaining them because I'm like, meh, it didn't work out. Now I'm using the wand of the mascara because this deposits like a lot of product, which is good when you're trying to build up the color. I've been sitting here building it up for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, you can obviously build it up. You can see from my lower lashes here, they look pretty awesome. And also, you know, I ripped the falsies off, so my lashes aren't looking, you know, as spectacular as they could. But I'm pretty disappointed with how much layering needs to be done to achieve, you know, the color of this. However, when you do, you know, finally achieve that color, it is pretty badass. But it looks kind of not in love with the way it looks. So for my cheeks today, I went with something super subtle because the eyes are loud, my hair is loud, and my lips are going to be loud. I used Diffuse Heat from Hourglass, just something kind of soft, and applied it with a pretty light hand. Now I'm going to be using one of the Too Faced Melted Metal lipsticks, and I've never actually used this shade, so it's brand new. I love this part when you get to squeeze it for the first time and see it come through. I love it. Okay, so let's try it out. This is Melted Jelly. Ooh, I like this color. Alright, so let's get a lip brush and clean this up a little bit. This is a lot glossier than the original melted lipsticks, and like a little translucent. I like it. It's very subtly metallic. I think I could apply it more opaquely and get, you know, a little more out of it. Okay, I don't like the mascara on the top. Overload that with some black. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, I can't use words. The Charlotte Tilbury Full Flat Lash, I can't talk. You know what this. And there will be a link in the description bar down below to all the products I use. A list of all the products I use on Vintageortacky.com. Wait, this is not cute on the lashes. And then all those little mascara bits I got in the eyeshadow. I'm just going to apply more eyeshadow on top of it. I'm not picking up extra product, it's just whatever's left on my brush. And then I'm going to pick up my highlighting brush, use that to blend out the edge. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Well, me darkening my lashes is fairly tedious, so I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'll go ahead and sign off as I'm doing it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is really kind of fun to just play around with some stuff and film as I do it, because so much of the time when I'm filming a tutorial it's a planned look or something, and today when I sat down I really had no idea what I was going to do. I played around with this palette a little bit last night, but not enough to like have a look planned or anything, so it was kind of cool to just show you guys my process of playing with the new palette. I really like this palette. I think it's quite beautiful. I know we kind of went out there with this mascara situation, but you know, it happens. And that's about it. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. I'm trying to find, where did I put it? It's in my hand. Oh gosh. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to Vintageortacky just for yourself. See you, bye!